Hi everyone, and welcome along to the Fox's Den. Before I get into it today, I'd just like to ask you please like and subscribe. I'm trying really hard to get up to 500 subscribers, so I'm going to do a gear giveaway if I can make it to 500. So please don't forget to give us a subscribe and a like and comment if you like the content. Okay, so to get into today's video, I'm going to do my top 5 Victorinox knives for EDC. So number 5, the supertinker. So apologies if some of these are a bit scuffed, but it's testament to the fact that I do use them and I do know what's good and what works. So the supertinker, I'll just do a very quick run through. You get the standard spear point blade, we're all used to. You get the small blade, which I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of. It's handy for some small, more precise jobs. Some people keep it as a backup blade, which makes sense, I guess. The scissors, which to me is the most important Victorinox tool, more so than the knife. I think they're fantastic, really useful in your day-to-day EDC type environment. You know, it could be much better than pulling out a knife in public. Then we have the can opener. This is like a 2D Phillips screwdriver, which actually works really well. And then this on this side with the half stop is a straight screwdriver, or could be used for a gentle sort of pry bar, bottle opener, which I never use, and wire stripper, which I've never used. This one has the plus scales, so it has a ballpoint pen. That's something I've added. It's not what they come with. And of course you get the toothpick and the tweezers. Handy little tools to have on you. Then on the back we have the controversial Phillips screwdriver, the full 3D Phillips screwdriver, which is fantastic to have, but as many people find, it's very limited in the reach that you get, and kind of clumsy when you have this in comparison to an inline screwdriver. I don't know, it's a pity it couldn't flip this way or something. It would be really cool, but still very useful. The parcel hook, which you know, is originally for carrying parcels with string around them. Not that many people do that anymore, but I do find it handy for some very random things that it's hard to describe. When I want to reach in and pull something out of something narrow, you know, like my children get something stuck inside their toy or something like that, I find that I'm able to hook and pull it out with this. I used to think it was a stupid tool, but to be honest, I use it quite a lot. I find it quite useful. And the reamer or awl, it is quite handy. It can be used for opening parcels, or opening boxes, should I say, to save your knife and stop getting glue, or, you know, tape glue on your main knife. So it is handy, and you can, you know, do a little pilot hole for something you're drilling or whatever. It's handy. And the keyring, which Victorinox call a tool, but it isn't. So that is the supertinker at number 5. So number 4 is the Victorinox soldier knife. So contrary to what I just said, this doesn't actually have a scissors, but I still love it. I use this kind of more so as a camping knife. It has a one-handle opening blade, much bigger blade than the 91mm knives. It's partially serrated, which I actually like for, you know, cutting paracord, that kind of thing. For kind of heavier duty things that you end up doing in a kind of camping situation. As you can see, it is locking, which makes it illegal in the UK. It's got a saw, which is 2-directional. Amazing saw, really useful. You can see mine is still got some sawdust in it. And then it's got these 2 tools, which we just covered, same 2, both useful. And on the back, again, the Phillips screwdriver, and it's hard to get into here, the awl again. So yeah, it's a cool knife. I really like the look of it. It is apparently the like military issued knife. That's why it comes in this really nice olive color, and it's actually a lot cheaper than you would expect, because I think just the numbers that they produce them in. But you know, for kind of everyday urban EDC, I wouldn't recommend it. But for kind of a, you know, hiking EDC, camping, that kind of environment, it's really cool. So then number 3 is the Victorinox Explorer. So this is I think this is quite cool for both urban and like an outdoors type knife. So it has a really good tool set. So I won't go too much over what we repeated. So it's got the main blade, it's got the small blade, it's got the scissors, but what it's got, which is really cool, is an inline screwdriver, which is much better to reach, much more comfortable to use, and because it's quite central, you've got a really good torque on it, and it's also got a half stop if you've got something really tight. Seriously useful tool. And then the other uniquely Explorer thing it's got is a magnifying glass, which is can be really useful if your eyesight's not great or whatever. My children love looking at things, looking at bugs or something like that if we're on a trip. Yeah, it's a cool thing to have on you. And again, these 2 combo tools, which are quite standard. This one has the scale tools again, which we had in the last. It's got on the back, it's got the corkscrew, which doesn't have anything on it. I've added this little Phillips screwdriver. And what else? It's got the parcel hook again, and it has the reamer / awl. So yeah, really cool tool set. I guess the 2 standout on this are the magnifying glass and the inline screwdriver. They're 2 quite unique tools to this, but as I say, really cool for urban carry. It's a bit thick in being a 4-layer, but you know, when we go to like the park on the weekend or that kind of thing, I like to carry this because it's got a really good sort of crossover between urban and outdoors type knife. Then at number 2, the very, very popular compact. It's quite expensive, this, just because of its popularity. So it's a 2-layer. It's nice and slim. It's got a good tool set. It's, you know, it's got not much tools that you're not going to use. So it's got its standard spear point blade. It's got this combo tool, which is surprisingly useful. So it's got the wire stripper, the bottle opener. It's got a straight screwdriver and a Phillips. I'm just looking around to see, can I find a Phillips screw? I don't see one to hand, but here we go. So you can use like at this sort of angle as a Phillips screwdriver, and it's like a 2D Phillips, and it's surprisingly good. You know, I wouldn't advise it obviously all the time, but as an emergency situation, it's really handy. It does come with a a flathead screwdriver in the corkscrew. I've got this one, which is like for adjusting watch straps, and well, it's a SIM card tool, but I use it for adjusting watch straps, because I'm a watch nerd. And then it's got the parcel hook, but uniquely it's got a nail file on the back of the parcel hook. I don't know why they don't put that on all the parcel hooks, because it's handy. Then it's got the toothpick, the tweezers again, the normal scale tools, and it's got the plus scale. That's one of the only knives that has plus scales as standard, which includes the pressurized ballpoint pen, and in here it's got the pin, which is incredibly handy. I like to add both those to any knife that I get. So yeah, I'm sure you all know well the compact. It's hard to argue against it. It's a really cool knife. So then at number 1, my favorite EDC knife is the Farmer. I haven't included the Pioneer in this, because the Farmer, is basically a Pioneer with the addition of a wood saw. So I'll just run through. So this is A-lock scales, obviously. So we've got no scale tools, but you know, it's really cool looking scales, which are much harder wearing. You know, they don't end up getting you know, scuffed and scratched looking like these do. Much more durable, and the tools are actually a bit heavier duty as well. So it's got these two again, which we've covered. It's got the wood saw, which is fantastic. It's got the scissors, which I can't live without. It's got the main blade, and it's got this, I'm not sure what it's called. It's a reamer tool, effectively, but it's quite sharp. It's really good for making little precise cuts, opening boxes, drilling pilot holes, that kind of thing. And that's it. It's a compact tool set. So it's a 4-layer. So the Pioneer is the same thing, in a 3-layer version without the wood saw. The cool thing about the A-locks versions is they have a heavier blade. If you can see the thickness there, it's slightly thicker, slightly heavier. All the A-locks versions have that, which makes it a really, you know, good tough knife that you don't have to be careful all the time. Just to show you the thickness of it. So this is the compact. So you can see it's not hugely much more thick, but I think you've got a couple of really useful additions there, just in comparison to the Explorer, which is quite thick, being a 4-layer, and it's, you know, probably maybe 2 millimeters narrower. So it feels good in your pocket. I don't, you know, if the saw is not for you, I'd totally recommend the Pioneer X. You know, X standing for scissors, which I'd prefer not to be without. There is the Pioneer, which is the same again. It's 1 layer less again, but without the scissors. But yeah, I would go X any day to include the scissors. So that's my top 5. I'd love to hear from you. What's your top 5 EDC Victorinox knives? Please, as I said before, please like and subscribe, and comment if you're enjoying the content, and let me know what your favorite EDC knives are. See you next time.